So, what if I told you that the single most important skill for getting anything you want in life isn't your talent, it isn't luck, and it's not even how hard you work? Today, we're talking about the one thing that everything else is built on: pure, unbroken focus. And you know what? Mastering it is way more straightforward than you think. Look, we're always taught to manage our time, manage our money, but what if we're chasing the wrong things? The real currency of your life, the most valuable thing you have, is your attention. It's the one resource that, when you invest it wisely, it literally multiplies everything else. You master your attention, you master your entire future. It's that simple. Just think about it for a second. The people who do really extraordinary things, the person launching that company, the student who's acing all their exams, they aren't always the smartest people in the room. They're not the luckiest. They are the ones who can just shut out all the noise and point their mental energy like a laser beam. The prize doesn't go to the most talented person, it goes to the most focused one. Okay, so if focus is this amazing superpower, why does it feel like our kryptonite half the time? It's so easy to blame ourselves, right? To think, I'm just lazy or I'm just not disciplined. But the truth is, you are fighting a battle against your own biology. Your brain wasn't designed to help you hit your quarterly goals. It was designed for survival. And here is the fundamental conflict, right here on the screen. On one side, you have your brain's default setting. It is wired for the quick hit, that little shot of dopamine it gets from something easy, new, and instantly rewarding, like scrolling on your phone. But on the other side, that's where your real ambitions live. And that world is difficult, it's slow, and the rewards are way off in the distance. So every single moment, your brain is trying to pull you away from the work that matters toward the distraction that just feels good right now. I really want you to let this sink in because it is so freeing. This constant pull towards distraction, it isn't a flaw in your character. It's just your brain's factory setting. But here's the amazing news. You are the programmer. You can override the default settings, and that's exactly what we're about to do. So how do we actually win this fight? Well, not by fighting some vague, invisible war against distraction. No, we win by identifying the enemy. And it turns out there are 3 specific forces actively sabotaging your focus at this very moment. So let's give them a name, because once we name them, we can defeat them. That's it. Just 3. We're not talking about an endless list of confusing productivity hacks. By knowing exactly what you're up against, we can build a real strategy. So let's meet the first saboteur. Enemy number 1 is your environment, and its main weapon? Yeah, it's that glowing rectangle in your pocket. I mean, think about it. Every time you unlock your phone to do something important, you are walking through a minefield of visual triggers, the little red notification bubbles, the app icons begging for a tap. The battle for your focus is often lost before you even know it started. But here's the thing, we can disarm this weapon in less than 2 minutes. This is your first strategic move. You bury the distracting apps, shove them all into a folder, and then give that folder a name that's a boundary, like after 9 p.m. Then you promote the apps that actually help you, your goal-oriented apps, right to the front page. You're not just organizing icons here. You are literally redesigning your own behavior. All right, enemy number 2 is your time horizon, how you perceive time. See, your brain lives in the now. It can't get excited about some abstract goal you've set for October 2027. To your brain, that's not real. So what does it do? It seeks a reward it can feel right now. The comfort of a funny video, the buzz of a quick chat. And the fix is actually pretty simple. You shrink your reality. Forget about the massive goal way off in the future. Just focus on a very next step. Your entire universe becomes today. And the only question that matters is, did I do my 3 essential habits today? Getting to say yes to that question, that's a real tangible win. It's a jolt of reward your brain can actually feel, and it builds the momentum you need for tomorrow. Our final enemy is all that noise inside our own heads. You can call it mental residue. You know the feeling. You finally sit down to do the deep work, but your mind is still buzzing with echoes of a conversation you just had, or a worry about tomorrow, or just some random thought. You're physically at your desk, but mentally, you never even showed up. So the solution is a simple pre-work ritual. Think of it as a focus reset. This little sequence creates a clean break. It draws a hard line between the messy outside world and your inner space for focus. Phone face down, timer on. 3 slow, deep breaths. And then you say the words out loud. You speak your intention into existence. It signals to your whole brain, okay, we are here. We are doing this one thing, and nothing else exists right now. Okay, so we have identified and defeated our three enemies. Now we get to move from just fixing problems to building a system that keeps us focused every single day. This is the rulebook. This is how you actually get the work done. The foundation, the cornerstone of this entire system is the 25-minute block. 25 minutes of pure uninterrupted work. Now, why 25? Because it's long enough to get into that awesome state of flow, but it's short enough that your brain doesn't get overwhelmed and start looking for an escape. This isn't about forcing yourself to be disciplined. It's about working with your brain's natural rhythm. And this builds into three incredibly simple rules for focus. Rule 1, you only do one thing at a time. When you work, you just work. When you relax, you actually relax. Rule 2, all your focused work happens in these 25-minute sprints. Timer on, phone face down. And rule 3, and this one is so important, you will get distracted. Your mind is going to wander. The goal isn't to never get distracted. The goal is just to notice it without beating yourself up and gently guide your attention back. Every single time you do that, you are literally building a stronger focus muscle. Now, we've come to the one tool that ties this whole thing together. And it's not a technique, it's not an app, it's a question. A single powerful question that you can use in the exact moment you feel yourself being pulled toward a distraction. Think of it like your mental emergency brake. You just ask yourself this: is this action building the person I want to become, or is it delaying them? That's it. This question forces a 1-second pause between the impulse and the action, and in that tiny little gap, that's where all your power is. That is where discipline is actually born. Okay, we've talked theory, we've talked systems, we've talked philosophy. Now it's time to act. Enough passive learning. I have a challenge for you, something you can do in the next 30 seconds that proves to yourself that this time is going to be different. I'm being serious. Pick up your phone right now. Go to your home screen, drag every single one of those social media apps into one folder and move it off the main page. Then put the apps that actually serve your goals front and center. It takes 30 seconds. Do it right now. This one tiny action makes every single focus session you have in the future just a little bit easier. You just took the first real step on a totally different path. A path of intention, not a path of distraction. From this moment on, it's just about making that choice every single day. Deal?